Hey YouTube, if y'all hear the fans running in the background, it's because it's hot up here. Uh, Tonight I'm going to do my review of this here Coleman stove, and I don't know what the hell that was. It just flashed by the camera screen. Could have been anything. Probably a bug, most likely. Alright, well, let's get started. This Coleman stove, I guess we're going to start on the downsides of this. That flash is bright. These things, they're 8-ounce cans. You know, with using this, by the way, it's butane. With if you're using a propane stove, you're getting 16 ounces for just a wee bit more money. You know, so I mean, you're getting this is 8.8, so that's going to be nearly double this. You want to see right there, 8.8 ounces. But I mean, it works for camping, and these, as far as I've seen, are about half the price of a propane stove. There is a model on Amazon, but somewhere here on the back it has an attachment, a port for an attachment to use propane, but this one's the Coleman model. It doesn't have that. Anyway, this being a little pricey and you're getting a little bit less, but you know, that's not all that big of a deal to me. The other thing that I'm not real fond of is when you buy these things, this burner eye or whatever you, I don't know what you call this part. It's permanent. Well, if you got any brains, it ain't permanently attached, but it's not supposed to come off. Well, if it doesn't come off, how are you gonna clean it? That's my thing about it. It's got some tabs. Well, there's a bottom on the end of it. Well, it's got little tabs that should have stuck through right there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. But anyway, I had to bend those to where I could actually take the burner off and clean it. Well, you know, you're cooking with grease, it's popping, making a mess, you know. But the other thing, I had one tiny little problem with it here the other night after about a year of constant use, which it wasn't really that much of a problem. The latch got stuck and I couldn't lock the butane cylinder in. What it was, this thing right here had kicked over somehow and wasn't doing its job. I just kind of moved it a couple times with my fingers and I haven't had another problem out of it. I don't know why, but that's just it. The butane cylinders, they go in quite easy. This one's about half full. I just brought this one up for demonstration. Anyway, they got this little tab here to where, you know, and it's got this other little locking device, and you lock it in. And when you lock it in, the system is pressurized. And it has, I believe, okay, so that light. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see the spark or not. I'm seeing spots in my eyes because of the flash being on, but well, I guess it does. It does decide to light. I I believe that to be piezo ignition, but I could be wrong. The other thing too, if you're going to try to camp in like super cold climates, which I don't know why anybody would, that's just insanity, but they do. Butane, for some reason, doesn't work in real cold temperatures. And propane won't either, but it will still work in a temperature colder than butane. So that's something that you need to think about if you're gonna camp in super cold climates. I looked online trying to find out who manufactures these for Coleman, and I was not able to find a single mention of the manufacturer. Coleman doesn't make these. They're made in China, and they're licensed. The Coleman name is licensed. So if that bothers you, that may be something that you you may want to go to some other company if that bothers you. To me, it didn't bother me. I was just worried about the stove working and being able to use the thing. And quite frankly, I've been mighty impressed with it. I mean, and there's that locking device again, acting up. See? Oh well. Anyway, that's after about a year of constant use, so I'm not all that concerned about that. But it works. In my experience from using this, turning the flame down to minimum here, that's actually still pretty high and you will burn your food. I actually turn it down to something like that or even lower to simmer. Let's just turn that off. Don't want to waste the gas. But it takes, me and my brother tested this with the one that he has several years ago, right before a camping trip, and we determined that it takes about 8 minutes to bring something like half, 3/4 of a gallon of water to a boil. In someone else's review, they were saying you may want to be interested in buying pots and pans designed specifically for camping use. I'm going to tell you not to do that because with having to turn the flame way down so low, turn the heat so low, if you don't know any better, putting it on minimum right there in those thin sheet metal pans, you're going to burn your food. And, well, quite frankly, way out in the middle of the woods, that might be kind of disastrous. You might have to miss a meal or something. But overall, I'm happy with the thing. It works really well, and after a year's worth of use, I guess I'll explain that. My stove down in the house that I actually live in has been broken, and with the price of propane these days and it being a gas stove, we just decided to discontinue the use of it. So, that's what we did. We've had electric stove eyes before, but this by far beats all that. I mean, you good beats it good. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with the stove, and I do recommend it. I don't know what else to say about it other than that gray's kind of ugly. But other than that, you know, it works. I'm gonna actually cook on this thing tonight. I'm not sure if y'all can saw that pan or not, but I'm actually fixing to cook on it right now. And it'll take about 8 minutes to bring the water to a boil for this concoction that I'm making, because I'm too broke to eat a New York strip steak tonight. That I don't actually like steak. But anyway, you know, just yeah. One other thing that I forgot to mention. It has the old style pans. Remember, they always had that ring around them. These notches are so to near. Those rings fit in the notches there, and it keeps your pan from moving around. I can see where some people would appreciate that. I find it more of a hindrance than a help. Well, sometimes you want to move your pan around because you don't want, you know, it getting hot all the time. Well, this one's got more of a recess in it, but so you're able to move your pan around. That ring locked in, yeah, you're not going to do that without moving the whole stove. It came with a plastic case, but I don't use the plastic case. When I'm done with this thing, I let it cool, and then I set it back on top of the refrigerator till the next time. I recommend this, especially for power outages. I think my brother Ronnie might know a little bit about that from the last hurricane that come through and knocked his power out for a week. I think he was able to use his to do some of his cooking. Well, he might have done all of his cooking. I'll have to ask him about that. But alright, y'all, I'm gonna pause this video and get this all set up, and I'll bring y'all right back when it's ready to cook. That, and I've got to charge the battery in that phone. It's weak. Well, not weak, low. That's what I should have said. Alright. Well, as soon as I figure out how to do it on this damn phone. Alright, we're back for a few seconds here, YouTube. I used my other phone here to time it. 9 cups of water took 8 minutes and 46 seconds to come to a light boil. And, you know, I've got my food cooking, so that's really going to kind of conclude the interview. I'll bring you back and again when it's done, so y'all can kind of see what we cooked there. Alrighty, gotta pause up the video again. I know how to do it now. Alright, we're back, YouTube. Y'all want to see what kind of concoction I concocted up here for dinner? And it cooked just like it always does, in the amount of time specified on the box. Let's see what we got here. Check out. We got a generic Food Depot pasta salad thing and rice. I wasn't able to get to the grocery store to get no meat, so I guess this will be that vegetarian crap again. Yeah, I'm vegetarian. They something else. They some weird folks. Would y'all like to taste? Blow on it now. It's hot. Blow. Ah, okay, enough of that silly stuff. This actually tastes a whole lot better than it looks. That's real good. Alright, YouTube, good night, and thank y'all for watching this video, and hopefully in the next ones we'll have some fresh gallons of vinegar and a container to start restoring that corn huller and shucker thingy. Well, those corn huller and shucker thingies. Alright, good night again, YouTube.